Hello guys, welcome to another live stream. How is everyone doing? So it is 26th of November, Saturday, almost end of November already. And yeah, on Saturdays I do my weekly analysis and preparation for the week ahead. So I'm going to go through the different assets that I look for, mostly Forex, a little bit of indices as well, especially S&P and NASDAQ, and then in the end I take a look at the Ethereum and Bitcoin as well. In terms of Forex, I always start with the dollar index. For me it's really important to take a look at the dollar index because it gives me an overview of what to expect from the major FX, and I like the correlation, so I'd like to pay attention to that, and also of course then the correlation that goes in the indices and so on. Yeah, so welcome. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Feel free to let me know any key levels that you are looking for as well. So the main point is for us to have a conversation and to try to define some key points or levels to look for next week, and to try to take advantage of that. So creating the bias for the week ahead. Yeah, so dollar index, it was in the end it was still a good week in terms of movement, but if you kind of followed it day by day, it looks like it was a little bit boring in some days. We had Thanksgiving Day as well, so happy Thanksgiving to anyone from that celebrates that holiday. And yeah, so we are basically 1 month away from the end of the year, with the holiday season starting as well, kind of in 3-4 weeks from now. Yeah, so let's see what to expect from dollar index, and if we should kind of see some move to the upside, or just now maybe continuation and break a little bit lower maybe before any return upwards. So this is where we open. Where did we open last week? 21, right? So basically price was still underneath its highs, and meanwhile, yeah, price went up and now it moved down, right? This is actually a quite normal pattern that you see around. Can work as a continuation to the downside, to be honest, creating a little bit of structure in here, forcing people to sell it. Maybe some people maybe still be bearish in here, just to take them out in a quick fast move up, fast, then reverse. And usually somewhere in here can even be opportunity to keep looking for sales, maybe for price to continue to go down. If this is what dollar index is about to happen, this kind of pattern, let's ignore that this is now dollar index on 4-hour time frame. This is a pattern that you usually see, for example, after a strong move to the downside, some news or something like that, usually price tends to retrace a little bit, it kind of pauses, creates kind of a double top in here, and then yes, it can even create a new low. Just to then, wait, it's a little bit messy now. Yeah, it goes up a little bit, retraces, maybe even creates a double top. It can even create a new low in here, or doesn't really need to, just to then do this. Right, kind of comes and collects something in there. Maybe can be some kind of the demand zone that was broken on the way down, a little bit similar to what happened in here, right? This was one of the last demand zones on the dollar index. And this was created during the CPI in September, if I'm not mistaken. Price just jumped through it. Price moved to the upside from here, but then basically every single demand has been taken on the way down. However, this one in here is the one that it was not respected, right? Price kind of should have done this. It didn't basically hold it. I actually touched a little bit, but broke it. So it's a natural zone to see some reaction, right? If price doesn't go, yeah, maybe 2 levels that usually I look for when you have such a strong move. It will be either the origin of the move, right, which kind of can start with the base of these lows in here, for example, after such a strong move down, or I also try to pay attention to any single maybe demand zone that was on the left side that price should have respected, but it didn't. So that can be 2 key important zones to look for, and when you have such a strong move to to the downside or to the upside, where it just reverse and do the opposite if price actually, if you're looking at the buy scenario. Yeah, so those are usually two levels. Any key level, the demand zone that was not respected on the way down, and then kind of the origin of that created this strong move to downside, starting with the edge of this kind of the lows in here, all the way until here, right? Usually there's maybe some last extreme level in there that can still be used. So those are usually nice levels. And also when you are looking for then on the lower time frame, maybe when you try to find out how price is moving in between here, maybe on the 4-hour or daily time frame, whatever, it's maybe just one strong bearish candle. But if you start going to the 15 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, you're going to see a little bit more information of what's happening in there. And that's usually where maybe you have some kind of even supply level in alignment with where eventually price, in alignment with the demand zone, for example, that was broken, that you want to usually find out if there's opportunities in there. So there's always more information that you can collect from the lower time frame. Hi Muzani, how are you, man? How has been your week so far? What did you do with the Dow Jones? Did you try to still short it, or kind of you didn't see the PA that you wanted to see in order to short it? Yeah, so this is therefore a good level where, not a good level, but a normal level where dollar index end up reacting to. From here, now, since we actually broke these highs, is this considered as an engulf to the upside, or price actually now just going to continue to move down? We kind of still have this supply level now. Usually, as I mentioned, there's going to be something in alignment with usually these highs in here that are just there to be faked out. There's usually something in alignment there that can create this kind of pattern, right? Price goes down, kind of creates that structure. Right? Goes down, goes up, and kind of does this, right? A little bit something like this. Can even create this low in here as well. That can be an extra confirmation of information that maybe price actually wants to go down. So yeah, so let's see what's going to happen in here. Key level as well. We know that on the left side, this low actually reacted from a good zone. So this demand zone in here. Personally, as I mentioned a few times, I'm actually still looking for price to go a little bit lower. I wouldn't mind to see this one being taken. I wouldn't mind at all this low, since this one's already kind of took that one. Maybe CAM, I'm not sure. I would like to see price going close to this 104 level. Let's see if that's going to happen or not, or even taking this one, getting somewhere in there in this demand zone. Not sure if it has been touched or not. So somewhere in there, I wouldn't mind to see this low being faked out. Nevertheless, it's a good level. So key points to look at for me at the dollar index for now. We haven't really broken on this 4-hour time frame. We haven't really broken this highs, which can maybe lead for more move to the downside. If we do break this high, maybe retesting this level. We kind of broke this trend line. I'm not really concerned about the trend line. I just use it as a guideline, but I prefer to see actually highs being taken or lows being taken. It's much more important for me than trend lines. You talk about the down that everyone is looking for sales, right? At the double top and at the retesting of the highs in August, right? We are going to take a look at the Dow in a bit. But yeah, I actually mentioned the specific points that I wanted to see being broken. I don't think that zone was broken. Therefore, yeah, kind of just let price tell you if it's about to reverse or not. That's kind of the way to look at it. Still drinking my morning coffee, even though it's 12 already. Yeah, so key points in here, try to see if this one is going to be broken. Personally, I didn't really follow too much these lows in here on the dollar index. I was more following euro dollar, to be honest. And I don't really like to see so many highs close to each other. The same on the pound, a little bit the same on the Aussie. It was way too, I hate it, to be honest, and that's why I struggled to even enter yesterday, even though I was fully bearish when I woke up. I really wanted to see pound, euro, Aussie, and so on to go down. But then when price starts to create too many highs close to each other, kind of instead of just 1, 2 and then move away, it goes back, it goes back, it goes back 50 times to the same level. I just don't like it anymore. Even though I can still see maybe some fresh levels, and cautiously I'm just expecting for the final back out before anything else. But let's see how price is going to be high from here. Actually, if I go into the lower time frame, just to analyze exactly where price reacted from, use this instead. Yeah. Where am I? It's in here. Sorry. Yeah. So this is where it reacted, right? I kind of draw the demand zone from the left side. Where is it? Yeah, somewhere in here, kind of this demand zone. Let me actually delete this. Don't need this anymore. Remove. But looking in here of something that was in alignment with that. Personally, I see. One second. Okay. Yeah, this is actually where I was looking more for the reaction. Move away. Move, change the scale. Good. Yeah, okay. So we do have this level just above this size. Basically, this is where price reacted in here. I was looking a little bit more. I don't even know why this is like this. I was looking a little bit more for this level. Or here, for price to kind of react a little bit from here. This is kind of the decision to break this low. And this is kind of after pause. This is kind of the last zone in here. We kind of create this level top, but this is kind of the supply in there. And we actually even aligned with this high in here as well. It's a good level. Personally, I was looking for price to go a little bit higher. It didn't really touch that. It just stayed where basically that line is, and that was it. Also in alignment with this level that I had, we also had this low in here. It kind of creates a little bit of that structure that I was looking for. Dollar index stayed a little bit underneath it. It just took this high, which could be seen as a small engulf to the upside, to be honest. But yeah, overall, it was somewhere in here that I wanted to see. And just as I mentioned, it's in alignment with that demand on the left side that was broken. Therefore, it could have been a good zone to look for an opportunity for sales, right? So yeah, I think it's quite clear now that you can see basically this one high in here, another high in here. Yeah, taking that high, it's kind of nice to see. Even the approach, it was good. Yeah, overall, then yeah, taking this low as well, it's a quite nice reaction to expect. And let's see. At this point, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of all this structure. Not biggest fan at all of all this structure. This was, I think, the zone on the 4 hour, that week on the 4 hour that we could see on the 4 hour time frame. Yeah, let's see what's going to happen from this level. When I see these too many lows, I'm just think how price can actually go down and kind of take them out before maybe the reversal. I think that may happen. I think let's see how price opens on Monday. I wouldn't be surprised if we do have that final move down before maybe a move upwards, if that's what dollar index wants to do. Yeah, again, I'm still looking at that level. Not sure if there's anything close to this high in here, if there's anything close to these lows as well. So yeah, we'll see. You'll see. I'll be cautious with looking for price to fake out at least all these lows one more time, maybe for a move up. Yeah, let's go look at the indices, and you can start with the Dow, right? What's going on with the Dow? Yeah, so here we are on the Dow, and we broke the highs, right? So we finally broke the highs. Basically, the Dow is the one leading. In terms of the indices, right? Comparing with all the others that are down. Even the DAX, I think, is somehow now approaching the highs from No, this one's already broke the highs from August. It's already in July. Okay, so the DAX is actually the one waiting. At this point for me on the DAX is actually maybe even seeing the potential of taking out these highs and going all the way back here. That could be maybe interesting, but this point is important, right? So be careful, or maybe there's an opportunity to look for sells in here. Yeah, with this left shoulder as well, we have that one. We have actually kind of a double that left shoulder in here. I can even draw this one somewhere in there. Yeah, double top, fake out, and we kind of have this supply level in there that price is approaching. And if you take a look at this approach, it's a good compression. It's a good compression. Not sure if we have broken any lows at this point. Maybe not. Therefore, cautious with it. But eventually, if you do turn, at least filling this range. At least filling this range is a possibility. We're even looking for maybe the potential for price to go there. But at this point, if you just follow the lows, I don't think any of them has been broken. For example, if this one is broken, this one from this demand zone, we are on the 4-hour time frame, right? So yeah, if this one is broken, that can be a good signal. I would like to see this one being broken even before price kind of going there. That can lead price to go all the way here. Maybe this is the demand zone that we have for price to retrace to. So just literally just following price at this point on the DAX can be a great opportunity next week for a sell. If you want, just draw some kind of trend line as well, if you like to use trend line as a confirmation. And this is usually how I like to use actually, or I prefer to use trend lines, is actually on the closest approach towards a level that I'm looking for. So it's not to draw a trend line, for example, from here to here. In that regard, I couldn't really care that much. Like maybe some people use it in terms of looking for major reversals. I use it more as maybe a trigger for a confirmation to the last confirmation of a reversal. I still prefer to see lows being taken before just a trend line itself, but if both of them are combined, maybe the low and the trend line are broken around the same time, I may prefer to see it. Yeah, you want to check Dow Euro again. Yeah, they will take a look at the Dow Euro and Pound. Yeah, but yeah, I looked at the DAX in the last 2 days. I noticed that it's approaching a good level, and I like the approach, right? It's just missing still the confirmation to go down, and maybe finding inside here where maybe there are the orders. And if there are, right, we have this double top in here, which is quite nice. Price then reacted from the supply level, so this can be a key M zone somewhere in here. There's maybe a little bit. One second. There's maybe something in here. 1 second. Above this high, something in there, and of course the last zone, it will be in here, right? Maybe that will be the last destination before a major turn on the DAX. After price finally goes and takes this one, because this one is kind of already in a goof up, and maybe price wants to go a little bit above there. Maybe on the lower time frame we can try to fine tune exactly, or maybe there are the orders in there. But this could be, right? You can see a little bit of space maybe for price to go there. Let's see if that happens or not. Wait. But for now, this level can be interesting. Within this high, you can definitely... Why is this not covering this one? In here, or even above these 2 highs in here, on the lower time frame, there can maybe something in there. Somewhere in here can be something, right? So going to the lower time frame, for now, this supply looks nice. So I want to see how price is approaching. And as I mentioned way too many times, I would like to see some lows being broken even before price actually gets to that level. For now, I like the approach. And let's see what's next. All right, even this low needs to be taken. We have this demand zone in there, and this is the next one that price can still use it. If you kind of break below this level, I kind of see price with the potential to fill the rest of the space. Now price could do something like this and then go up and then dropping. That would be quite interesting to see. It's my cat. Yeah, so keeping an eye how price behaves around this level. For me at this point, this is the key level. Actually, let me draw this one. So this level for me at this point, it's important to see if it's broken or not. We do have this double low, none of them touch the demand zone, so I can still see these two lows being taken before maybe price going up without giving confirmation as any move to the downside. But yeah, after that, yeah, there's a chance to fill out this compression, and if you do break below this level, we may be into a major turn, right? If you do break below this level, there's maybe, and if price retraces, there's maybe a great short to have still within these highs, for a major short, for a bigger reversal. It's just playing with what price is telling us along the way. So let's go back to the DAX. And yeah, so DAX, this is what we saw, right? Last weekend or something like that. I mentioned that this level was still fresh, price it reacted from there. It didn't broke the demand zone, so that's done in terms of targets, because we never broke this level. Therefore, there's no confirmation the price wants to go up, and we keep respecting this demand zone until we kind of finally go upwards. And in here, there's another decision, right? So when price approaches this level, there is a range. The price kind of pauses for a second. Again, this 1 hour time frame, so kind of price pausing here for 4 hours until finally it goes up, right? I think I mentioned that. I think it was during the live stream, right? On Tuesday, right? Yeah, it was during the live stream last Tuesday that I mentioned that this one most likely is going to be going to create a demand zone somewhere in here, and that price can actually pause, go down, respect this level, and go up, or even break first this one, or whatever. It will be some kind of demand in here that will be super important to look for in order to see if this demand keeps holding price. I will not be looking for sales. If this demand now it's broken, most likely I can try to attempt to look for sales still within the high from August, right? Whatever this high that we are looking for in here. Since that didn't happen, the demand was respected. It was even almost touched 2 times. The supply at the extreme was touched 2 times. So if you're looking for a lower time frame setup, maybe you had a great opportunity to look for a sell, and you still had a target, which was this demand. If you're looking for targets below this level, that's guessing, because price doesn't really hasn't told you yet that it wanted to go further down. So that's it. You can play this range for as much as you want. Below that, you need to wait for price to actually tell you that it wants to go. After that, there you go. Price eventually keep going up because never broke the lows. So there you go. It just broke the highs. And let's see what's next now. Even the trend line that you kind of have in here, see, it's still in place. It's still being respected. Again, eventually, when we turn, whenever that may be, now we have this demand zone that for me can be a good level for price to kind of turn and maybe continue. Like we touch in here, break these lows, touch in here, retest, and maybe go down. So let's see if that happens or not. Next one somewhere in there, and eventually we may be able to fill this range. Eventually, whenever price finally tells us that it wants to do that, it may not be as just that quickly. It can take a little bit of time to fill, but maybe there's a chance for us to fill this range. Whenever that happens, all the way maybe until here. So just keeping an eye on it. What's next in here on the Dow? Yeah, we do have this level in here to look at. Where is it? Where is it? It's not moving even. Okay, it's moving now. I'll choose plan, man. I don't want any plan. Yeah. Yeah, is price going to be respected in here? This one already broke this high, which can be a concern. it can be a concern in there. But yeah, we do have a little bit of this structure in there, some kind of line in there. Yeah, I'll be looking at it. Like, this is a massive high, so it's an important one. It's one that can easily trap people, and now actually price could go down. I think many people, the same way that many people were looking to sell Dow Jones at this high, I think many people are going to be looking for longs now that you broke the high. So if many people are looking for longs, why not actually kind of push price a little bit to the downside, just to kind of manipulate out everyone that is looking now for a breakout setup. That could be kind of a clever move to make, just to confuse everyone, because I believe that now, since we broke these highs, everyone's going to be maybe looking for, I don't know, for targeting this high again, maybe, yeah, 35k level. So we'll see. Personally, I'm not sure if this level is anything particular that caught my attention. Check it the daily. Yeah, maybe. Which level are you looking for, Musani, on the Dow? Yeah. From the weekly candle, this is where price is going to touch it. This is a nice one. Paying attention to this one can be interesting. For the monthly candle, it's in alignment a little bit with the other one. So this could be, just looking at weeks, this can be a massive level in here. There's none of this high, especially this high in here, it never really reached there. And this could be a massive, this can be seen almost as an engulf to the downside. Oh god, I'm looking at this at the monthly now. This can be seen as an engulf to the downside, especially after kind of creating this double low. We kind of make this move, and why not go all the way up, take this one, and this is kind of the fresh supply in there. I think it's this level 34,760. So this could be interesting. Just looking at the weekly, at the monthly, sorry. So this was a trend line. So this was the break of the high. It was retested straight away, right? Retested. Price went up. Maybe the next month zone. Did price fill this space? Maybe that could be interesting. Yeah, this can be a good level, or even then the extreme in there, right? With this left shoulder, this kind of in between. Because we have that one, and of course, right, the last extreme zone, it's this one in there. But yeah, if price does reach all the way until here, I'm expecting a fake out of these highs. I'm expecting a fake out in there if price does reach that level, that high. But for now, yeah, this level, looking at the weekly, at the monthly, can be interesting. Is an alignment with that zone, which is an alignment with this low. Just fix this one a little bit. Yeah, so maybe this can be a massive level. Let's see where the other indices as well are going to be by the time that this one gets there. Next week we have PCE inflation on Thursday, which is actually the inflation report that the Fed looks at. The Fed doesn't even look at the it looks at, but the one that he pays more attention to is the PCE, not exactly the CPI. So it's going to be a massive day on next Thursday, and then we have the NFP on Friday, right? First Friday of the month, we have NFP. So yeah, those are basically the two biggest news events for next week. Let's see where price is going to be going to be by then. 346, right? 346 is somewhere. Yeah, somewhere in there, right? In between those lines. Yeah, maybe starting from that low. 1 second. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, 346 is somewhere in here, right? So yeah, can be a massive level. Let's see how it plays out. Going to be curious, to be honest, now that I saw that on the higher time frame. The approach is there. Starting to see some lows to be broken, even if it is kind of price going all the way back, taking kind of these lows but respecting this demand. It's already a way to take orders from this demand, and then price can go up again, and then eventually get to that zone that we talked about for some kind of turn. And maybe the turn can be all the way until here. Now filling all this in here. But yeah, let's see how it's going to happen. Okay, so keep an eye on if the indices are going to keep going down or not. Curious enough, NASDAQ actually was moving to the downside yesterday. It's reacting from this fresh supply level. We are approaching this demand, so interesting to see now if this one is going to be broken or not. If it's broken, there's maybe a chance to continue to go down. The price even reacted from here. This one can be seen as an engulf to the downside. How this falls, right, from this level. So this can be seen as an engulf to the downside. Price could actually turn from here, or you can even go a little bit higher to then do the final turn. It's a good level where it reacted in here. If you do break above this structure, to be honest, I think there's much more room to go higher. But this one, to be frank, this was a supply that was fresh. I think we talked about that already. None of these highs reacted from here. It was a good reaction. Yeah. Now let's see if something in here holds price or not. Let me delete this once and for all. Yeah. This is what NASDAQ is doing. Yeah, could be a little bit higher. Let's see what it's going to do. There's maybe this level in here that's maybe still fresh as well. Wait. In there, and then kind of in there, and then did price reach this level or not? Use this one instead. Okay, yeah, let's see what this is going to do. Curious to see that NASDAQ is going down and Dow has been going up. S&P, did he broke the high or not? Did he break the high or not? Didn't really break the high. We are kind of retesting now the trend line. Personally, this one is one that I could see going higher because I don't really see nothing interesting on the left side where this high is reacting from. So I could see it going a little bit higher, personally. So S&P has been the one that I definitely can see it moving higher, and not reversing from this high. Yeah, so even now we are accumulating so many. We are respecting this level in here. I can imagine that now many people are going to start thinking, yep, this is holding, this is going down. On the other hand, we kind of have this barrier of trend line that many people also use. I'm expecting a move to the upside. I'm expecting a move to the upside before any drop. Yeah, but NASDAQ, the Dow Jones, actually, it's an interesting one. DAX as well. It's an interesting one of where price is at this point, and it's approaching a really good level. down. It's at this point a little bit, I would like to see it going a little bit higher at this point, eventually to reach that level, but it could go down before, just maybe taking this demand zone and then go higher until finally turns. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah, so those are basically the key levels that I'll be looking for in here. Yeah, hopefully the market's going to kind of start getting some momentum again, because this last week and days basically it has been a little bit quiet and a lot of ranging markets. Yeah, so looking now at the other FX indices, so we look at dollar index. Aside from dollar index, now I'm going to look at the euro index. It's another one that I look at, and you can see how much of a range this has been, right? So if you like if you look for momentum trades, hasn't been the best weeks for the last few days for you. If you trade in the higher time frame as well, you want to see some momentum happening, maybe it's not the best for you. If you look into lower time frame setups, and if you like to trade kind of tops and bottoms, maybe you have had a great opportunity for those trades. This price is literally kind of going up, down, up, down, up, down, moving all the way between those levels. So this is actually a good level as well to see if it's broken or not. Again, price is reacting from a good level on the left side in here. Personally, I would still like to see price going above this high, a little bit there, so a little bit more room to the upside on the euro. And looking at euro dollar, actually, that's something that I wouldn't mind at all, in order to see a little bit more of a move upwards, right? The reason as well for this one is that we have seen kind of the euro managing to stay at the top. We could see a little bit of a move to downside on the euro yen, a move to downside on the euro pound. So yeah, meanwhile, this euro index is just ranging. Is there a chance that maybe we can even fake out this low, touch something in here and go higher? We do have this demand if price does decide to go all the way and take this low from here. Can reverse in there and maybe go higher from there. So we'll see. Personally, I would like to see price going higher, but I'm aware that this is a good level. Okay, so I'm aware of that. The price literally had already come here. Had taken basically the supply from here as well. Yeah, so supply, demand, and so forth. So let's see now where we're going. In here, breaking these lows can open the door a little bit more to the downside, and vice versa. And the yen index, right? So again, similar scenario, just as I mentioned on the dollar index. When you have such a massive, strong move either to the upside or to the downside, key levels to look at, of course, the origin of that move up, which maybe it will be somewhere in here. It will be the key level that in theory should have respected price to the downside, but the price hasn't done that. Price actually kind of explodes and breaks it, so it becomes a really good level to look for. This is a IKM setup in here. We have this left shoulder, price fake out. In theory, price should have the same price actually pausing there. If actually pay attention to it, there's a little bit of a pause in here. So there were orders in there. However, what price should have done is actually kind of react from here at least until here and maybe go up. It's just such a small reaction that most likely that's going to be worked in the future. This one never got there, so this is a natural zone to look for some reaction in there. After that, again, price now kind of is going to be in between this range. Is price going to go down from here? It needs to be seen, right? But we talked about that zone, this move to the upside on this yen index, which was the move to downside on the euro dollar, pound yen, kind of pound dollar, yen dollar as well. What's up, Eden? Kalispera, man. Tikanis. Tikanis, man. Why is this always showing up on the chart, man? I'm deleting this drawing. Go away. Yeah, so yeah, yen index, it did reacted from a good level on the left side as well. So it's going to be interesting. Does price wants to reach maybe this level first, or by any chance at this point is respecting this level? You need to break this low in order to kind of continue to go down. New demand, next one. Supply in here needs to be broken as well. So which zone price is going to break first? Is it going to be this low or this supply in here? That maybe can push price to the upside once again, a little bit maybe more to the extreme. And so yeah, so let's see, we can maybe get an idea of that when we take a look at the yen pairs. So that's basically it from here. Nothing much that I'm aware of. Now I'm going to go to the major FX ones. Calispera. Yeah, man, yesterday I bought some... What's the name of the beer now? It's not Alpha, it's the other one. Oh my god, I forgot. It's not Alpha. There's Alpha as well, but that's not the one I drink. It's the other one. Yeah, Mythos, exactly. There you go. Yeah, that's Mythos all the time, man. Something that I love in Greece. Anytime you ask for a beer, they always bring you some crisps or some nuts or whatever, which is always nice. It's a good complimentary when you are drinking a beer. At least I loved it. So yeah, I mean, it's for the World Cup as well. For Monday, next Monday, Portugal against Uruguay. Yeah. So euro dollar, what we have in here, it's more of the same basically. The same way that euro. This happened last week. Yeah, so price kind of went down the same way that the euro dollar index moved up. I mentioned that I was looking 2 weeks ago, to be honest. I think, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I mentioned that I was looking for price to fill this range on the euro, the reversal. Price kind of reversed a little bit. It ranged for a long time, finally moved down. I missed my level by a bit, so price basically decided to respect the extreme of this high in here, kind of had this range. Price decided to respect the top of it. I was looking for price to go a little bit farther down, that's what I was looking for. So price just paused before it, and since then, in a strong compression, moved all the way up. Nicely done, or taking this high and now reversing. And let's see, right? So yesterday I was actually looking, and it pissed me off that I was looking for price to actually take these highs, but it just took this one. It took this one, this high in here went a little bit higher than that one, and that apparently was the enough move to kind of, I don't know, take liquidity, whatever you want to call it. And after that it went down, and I stayed out the time waiting for price actually to take that one, which, as you can see, it kind of, I end up not taking any short in here. But yes, after that I don't really like to see price always coming back to the same level 50 times. I prefer to see just 1-2 times and then kind of dropping and goodbye. Come back just in the future, not 1 hour later. Fredden, you did got beautifully this move to the upside and your beautiful exit as well. So it was a perfect trade that you got it. Congrats on that. I was actually just looking for sales all the time. But yeah, there you go. This one, yeah, this for me was an engulf down as well. What's next? Maybe this one, perhaps maybe retesting from this level. Yeah, it's a little bit weird to find out now if... Again, not the biggest fan of this. Price yesterday basically closed with a good bearish candle. However, I wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't mind at all to see kind of maybe something like this. This has kind of been taken maybe before a move to the downside. Looking at the euro itself, as I mentioned, on the weekly, it's a good level. It's this level in here, so it looks like it's a good level. Personally, I would prefer to see price going a little bit higher than just kind of reacting from here. So yeah, actually, yeah, this level is a good one on the daily. I was looking for price to go a little bit more inside here when it reversed to. So yeah, it's a little bit weird. I would like to see price going higher personally before maybe dropping. Yeah, what are you looking for, Faden? What's your next level on the euro? And Muzani as well. Which levels are you looking for? Yeah, there could be, like, for example, that we have this big spike in here. If price had just paused in here and created this price, maybe this could have been a good level for price to kind of touch and go, but we already have that spike down, which makes it a little bit kind of covers the space somewhere in there. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure. I don't know in which time frame it is, but kind of this supply level is kind of still fresh. So I would love to see actually all these highs created yesterday to be taken. 5-0. You are looking much higher, right? Yeah, of course. 508. Huh? 508. Where is 508? 503, 45, 508. Yeah, somewhere in here. Yep, I like it. Either there or a little bit here. I like it. Yeah, kind of above where price is, right? Yep, I like it. Yeah, something in there, something in here. I can delete this by now. This price reacted from this level. Yeah, why not taking this high? It's going there. Yeah. Yeah, looking forward for that. Lower to look at 033 0330 0330. This man in here. Yeah, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of anything in here, to be honest. Yeah, we do have maybe this level in here, something in there. I'm not the biggest fan. This looks almost all of it compressed, and I almost could see price retesting all this, at least these lows. That's kind of why. If price kind of breaks below this level, I could see almost price filling all this on it here. We do kind of have these left shoulders. Okay, maybe some space in here. Yeah. Muzan is saying that I'm doing long, so looking whether want to hold. Where are you long from? Did you buy it at Yeah, so everyone, so both of you are looking kind of to see if this high is broken, which is kind of what I'm looking for as well. Yeah, but where are you long from, Muzani? Did you manage to get long at this 102? Or is it just from yesterday? Yeah, there's even the chance that price may eventually we can even go to the level that I was mentioning, or even a little bit further below. Yeah, we'll see. If price does break this wall, we'll see what's going to happen. But for now, this level, I think it's important to see price respecting somewhere in there. To continue maybe to look for more longs. And that would be dollar index to go down. Pound is one of, actually I prefer a little bit more the pound comparing with the euro. So for me, as I mentioned before, I mean previous streams, I was looking for price to kind of fill all this range in here. Yeah, I do like where price reacted from that level, but price, as I mentioned as well, literally respected the next demand zone, so we never broke this level to continue to look for more sales. Since we never did this, and then we even respected once again this demand level, so price just keeps respecting demands. If there's no break of a low, there's no break of a demand, just expect price to continue to go higher. Another demand being respected in here, as price moving is always creating higher lows, never breaking any lows from there. And just continues, nice reaction, break the highs, respect that level. This has been one of the ranges that I'm looking for, but because on the left side I was looking for price now to fill this price, right? So this was the first level, price reacted from there quite nicely, and now I was looking for price to go and break and take these highs, right? Up above these highs, that's what I was looking for. Price took the highs, reacted somewhere from here. It didn't really moved all the way through the supply level, so there's maybe a little bit of space still to go there, but just taking these highs is sometimes more than enough to start looking for sales. It's way too many highs out combined in here. This, for example, and again, I covered this already so many times. This looks like it's a key M zone, right? We have the left shoulder, price goes up, price goes up, price goes down, price goes up, fake outs the left shoulder, price goes down, and it kind of, let me just delete some of this stuff. Okay, if you kind of draw the line right between this left shoulder, if you draw the line where I'm looking for some reaction, we can see that specific left shoulder, or the orders in theory that we'll be looking to trade in here, they have been taken already from this move, right? So this automatically makes it much weaker, not really a good level to look for trades anymore, or at least to work. That's a way also to find out if kind of the cam zone or the left shoulder is still going to be played out in the future or not, is if it's taken already on the way down. And in this case it was. So whatever left orders you're looking to trade in there, you are not there, you can start looking for the zone above it. The zone above it, it will be taking these highs. Thank you, Henry, for subscribing. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Welcome to the family, man. What assets do you trade? What are you looking for? So yeah, in terms of KMs and orders, yeah, that's why I was looking for price to go a little bit higher and even a little bit above it. So pound, in terms of respecting the levels that I was looking for, it has been a kind of done a better job than the euro itself. And looking at the approach, so this was my 100% bias for yesterday's session. I saw this strong compression Wednesday, Thursday, and yes, I was just looking for sellers. This would have been one of my favorite entries, way too early for me, and this could have been the other one which I was not ready to take it. Yeah, that was one of the biggest mistakes I kind of should have taken, because I wanted to see this being built with the potential to even go all the way back close to this again support resistance level that we took from these highs all the way until this month. So I can still see maybe the scenario of going in here. What I want to say as well is, comparing with the euro and the pound, for example, I'm already happy with where the pound is reacting to, even though it's not really reacting from the supply that I marked. It already took the orders from the guys on the left side, so I could see a bigger reaction from here without me kind of looking for a new high. But if it happens, I'm aware that this supply is still fresh. However, I could see price, for example, just respecting this level and maybe dropping. Something that you can do as well is, for example, draw a horizontal line aligned with the left shoulder that we just took it, and try to see where does that aligned in here, right? It's aligned exactly in here, so that becomes a really good potential zone, just even above this highs, without the need to break to create new highs in there, right? So I had this supply fresh, right? These highs never took it. That happened yesterday, but I think there's maybe still some levels in here that we can take, because these highs I don't think it has taken either. So let's see how price is going to behave. I could see price maybe respecting this level and eventually going all the way down and filling this place at least. So let's see. What are you guys looking for on the pound? You look at pound Muzani or just pound yen? So yeah, in this case, for example, in terms of the trend line, this is a clear example of a great confirmation, right? This price approaching a good level on the left side. It's already kind of showing a good trend. It's not a massive trend line from a 4-hour or daily time frame from whatever low it is in there. Just literally confirmation, and this is the last low as well, and this basically price breaking the trend line and the last low at around the same level. And aside from that, it's starting to create some key supply levels in alignment with that as well, right? So we can literally see the shift happening in here. So good one. And I think we broke, right? I think there's a small break of a low from until here. So there's actually maybe an engulf down in there, which will show more move to the downside. Or it can be an indicator for more move to the downside. Actually, this level, this supply in here was one of still fresh levels. This is full of KMs. If you want to study KM levels or the KM pattern, you just look at this one. Is you can just drawing, right? It's like when you have that image full of squares and you now or triangles, and now you have to say how many triangles can you see within this image. It's kind of the same exercise that you can do with this image that you've seen here in terms of quasi-model levels, right? Just pick and choose how many can you see in here. There are plenty. And almost all of them working. And that's what happens when you have this range situation, and I don't really like it. I don't really like it. This could have been a great entry, and this could have been a great entry, and that's it. For me, after that is way too many touches, way too many rebounds to the same level. Yeah, so this was the pound. On the other hand as well, I think I mentioned that was, I was looking for, when was it? Yeah, I kind of was looking for the pound dollar for the euro pound to kind of approach a little bit more these lows before maybe reversing. The same way that I mentioned that I could see that this low had already broken that low, and this low already broke that low, which means that I'm actually could see price going further down, because this actually is the supply level in there, that kind of is creating this level, these lows, and I could see this happening, kind of maybe the continuation to the downside from this level, and that may lead, if we do have that move a little bit more further down, that may lead maybe even the pound maybe to go a little bit higher as well. So let's see how this is going to be aligned with the pound, when to look for, right? Actually, this level could be interesting, this 0.854. It looks like it's a nice demand zone that at this point has been left behind, and we have quite a accumulation of lows at this point in here. So maybe some reaction from here up could be something in there, or even a little bit further down. So let's see. It has been touched a few times already. So let's see. Let me take a look at the daily. Okay, let's go back to the pound, because they just mentioned a few levels. So finally is looking at 2125, 2125. What is that? You're looking at much higher, man. What are you looking for? Am I blind? What am I doing? Are you still looking inside here? 2125. Sorry, okay, 2125. In here? This looks like it has been touched already. Yeah, this looks like it has been touched in here, no? Didn't this side took the orders from that 2125? Ah, damn it. All this time just to look at, you said 2025. What the hell? Oh my god. Ah, you're looking down then. Oh my god. Sorry, guys. 205. 20. Oh my god. 2025. You know what? Let's stop with this nonsense. Jesus. 2025. Okay, that's where I was. Yeah, this level, right? Yep, 2025 could fake out to 205, whatever. Yeah, it could fake out to 205. 2183, a little bit higher. Oh my god, I look like a noob now doing this. 2183, yeah, something like there. Yeah, we talked about that level, something in here, right? Yeah, a little bit higher could be an option. Yeah, I'm looking for that level, so like I want to see. I don't even know if I'm going to. I need to see the approach towards this level, but I want to pay special attention to this level if it's going to hold or not. Because if we do break it, I think that's going to be, it's going to open doors for more sales, even if something underneath holds price, and then maybe you can have the drip trace to then look for the biggest or a bigger sell on the pound, and which can read maybe all the way until this level, right? Maybe all of a sudden we can feel maybe all this range instead of just feeling this smaller range. So yeah, I'm going to be, yeah, for me that's a key level in there. Of course, this level can be interesting as well. We do have all this level of support resistance in here all the way until there, so that can be something as well. And then this is the kind of the beginning. As you can see, this is the last kind of red candle, and in this case kind of salmon, that created all this move up. So can be an important level as well. And I don't know if this low already took the orders from here or not. So we have a little bit of first level, kind of second level, and the kind of third level with the potential then to actually be filling all this. We can still see some reactions from here, but maybe everything that we're going to see is just some reaction from here until there, and then kind of dropping. So yeah, I can actually draw a trend alert in here. Just to be aware when price gets there. Yeah, so we kind of agree. And when you start agreeing, when too many people start agreeing, I start to get scared of it. But yes, but we see the market kind of in a similar way. So our sample size is the opposite of maybe what the majority look at. So it's okay. But yeah, I do have that that contrarian opinion that even if you do look at the same thing, I start not enjoying it when too many people agree with my levels. I kind of start trying to look for something a little bit below or above, just to be different. Yeah, where was I? Euro pound. Euro pound. It saw it. So now pound yen, right? Pound yen. Yeah, too many drawings in here. I'm pissed that I missed the sell from here. I didn't enjoy the triple top that it was created in the moment, and I did miss the move to the downside. I was following it. It was a nice KM. It was really the extreme. I could see maybe price even faking out a little bit this double top. There was a nice reaction from even this KM in there, this left shoulder, all the way until here. I think this one not breaking it kind of made me not 100% sure about this situation as well. Even though kind of we break this wall, but we just respected it straight away. The demand kind of took me off a little bit. Yeah, but the entry should have been with this fast move here. I should have entered after we have this being broken. This it kind of should have been the entry. Somewhere in here, that's where I should have taken the trade, and I didn't. Yeah, but nice, really nice reaction from the extreme in there. We have some liquidity in there to be taken. And yeah, the target was exactly this. It was basically 4 hour. If you just look at 4 hour time frame, it's from a 4 hour level supine there all the way until this 4 hour level zone in here. We did break this low. Is this going to be used as a move to downside? There's engulf downside, or there's no engulf at all, and price maybe just wants to continue to go higher. At this point, price is taking this demand, so that's going to be interesting. We did have yesterday a good reaction from this KM zone. So without this move that it was created the day before, you can see that we create these lows. Price goes up, fake outs this low, now reacts from this level, and all of a sudden you have a KM zone in here. Right, so this is a KM zone. When you have that move, we have the high, price goes away, it kind of pauses, goes down, then kind of fake outs a little bit, and then goes down again. We create this new KM zone in here, and usually it is a good zone to look for a reaction, especially because you can see that these highs never took that level. So just the opposite of what I mentioned before. If, for example, this high in here had went all the way up to take the orders from here, maybe this level is no longer as valid as it could be, like it was in here. So this is a nice KM zone. Just do it this from this left shoulder, so you can see basically to the pip, actually to the pip in there. So that was a good setup. Yeah, it's always helpful to try to see the opposite side too. Yeah, it is. Yeah, on the other hand, something that I can see in here as well, I did realize that price is going up. We already broke some lows in here, so this can actually give some indication to go down. Again, I keep repeating this, what I say, which is as price is going up, I like to see price breaking lows even before reaching the final destination, because this alone can show some indication that maybe price wants to go down when it gets to the extreme that you are looking for, right? You imagine the extreme is in here, that starts showing that indication. Completely opposite, as you could see on the pound, right? Not in here, sorry, in here. Pound is literally respecting every single demand. Imagine that price had made this move, kind of break this demand, or kind of managed to break these lows in here. So starting to show some lows being broken, maybe price could have been respected in here and eventually turn. That never happens. Price keep respecting the lows, keep respecting the lows, keep respecting the lows, eventually just breaks the high on the left side, right? On the end is kind of, it already did something different. And this is something that you can start paying attention in anticipation, right? Now you can start having some bias of maybe what price can do at the highs, even just based on what price is doing even before it reaches there. So if you do see this, you can kind of do a check mark in your analysis, saying, yep, this is already maybe a good indication to maybe start considering sells in here. If price just keeps respecting, just delete everything again. If price just keeps respecting this demand, for example, if price comes here, respects the demand, goes up, keeps respecting every single one, there's a higher probability that price maybe just going to continue to go higher. So this is a nice clue. We do leave this demand now in here, and it's a natural zone to be respected. However, it's maybe just a reaction, and then price may be actually to go down. We do have now these two highs in here, and this level looks like it's still fresh, so there's even a chance that price can even go there one more time, because this looks like it's still fresh. So yeah, let's just keep playing it like this. Yeah, nice KM. You can see it perfectly on these 30 minutes with this left shoulder in here, that wick all the way until there, and in here this is touched. So nice moves on the pound yen. You are asking me if it can fake out to 170. 70 is above, right? You're looking way higher. 175. All the way until here. Is this the level? Yeah, maybe that's the level that you're looking for. Like personally, when I was looking at this analysis, first of all, I think I did that last week. Pay attention to where this high is reacting to on the left side. I think it's reacting from kind of a flag zone or whatever it may be. This level, personally, I could see price maybe even going higher eventually. But now if you just start paying attention to this, all these may look compressed. And to be honest, this is maybe one of the fast supply levels that is not an alignment with this support resistance, kind of this demand zone that made all this move down. Again, this moved up. After this strong move up from this demand, price kind of in here should have done this. It didn't, it kind of broke it. So it's a natural zone to eventually go there and see some reaction. So again, same topic, demand zones that are broken, that it should hold price to the upside, it doesn't. So in the future, it's actually a great zone to look for a sell. Again, try to see exactly what you can find out within this level in alignment with the demand zone that can originate a good zone. So you have these highs in here, that level is perfect. So after that, eventually this looks compressed a little bit. And this is a nice demand zone. So is price ready to go and continue to go up from there? It's a potential, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. If price goes up into here, I think if you manage to break these highs, I think price has more room to go to the upside. And we do have this left shoulder, but I think I could see price going a little bit higher. 171 maybe. I wouldn't. I think I could see price going closer to this level eventually. If you break above these highs, I could see, especially above this supply level, there's still a potential now fake out of this double top that you have in here into maybe this supply. But I could see eventually price going higher if you break above these levels. Hi Jim, how are you, man? I already had a look at the DAX. That I know that you look at the DAX. I think there is a good potential for a good sell, man. Next week, if you have price action for that. Yeah, dollar yen, pound yen. So let's see. Yeah, if price breaks above that level, I think I'm expecting price maybe to go higher. But at this point, I can still see a little bit of a, especially in here, especially if you do break this wall again, to go further down. So yeah, keep an eye on whatever's going on in there, to see what's happening in here. Eventually, if you do kind of break below these levels, there's maybe even the potential that maybe from actually the highs that we have in here, that we can maybe feel all this space in here. So there could be a great opportunity to look for sales on this on the end, and hopefully to break or to fill this range. I would like to see this zone in here. I would have liked to see this level to be broken, and of this low in here to take this demand zone. We didn't really do that, kind of introspected quite nicely. So yeah, let's see what's next. And this, of course, if, for example, for the pound that we may be looking for a potential sell and maybe a little bit of a good move to the downside, that could be in alignment a little bit with the pound yen. I think these yen pairs have been a little bit more, or the move that we have seen on the ends has been more related to the yen itself than the pound. But maybe next week we're going to see a stronger move on the pound, and the pound yen can follow through. Yeah, so this dollar yen literally respected the high again. Nice cam level, respected it all the way down. I wouldn't mind to see maybe a continuation to the downside. We never really broke the high, therefore if we had broken these highs, maybe a little bit more to the upside. At this point we respected the high that created this range. We didn't break it, so maybe there's a continuation to the downside. We broke this low. I was looking for a reaction from there. Yeah, price spiked. Maybe an entry opportunity for me in there due to the spike. Next level, maybe going a little bit farther below in here. Looking at the bigger picture on this one, kind of makes sense where it's reacting. Good level. Maybe going a little bit farther down somewhere in here. That can be an option. In alignment with this high. Maybe. Or even filling out this range. Not going all the back here. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen on the dollar yen. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but actually, let's take a look again at the DAX since you are here. Since you are here, let's take a look at the DAX, Jim. What is your take? What would you like? Are you looking for sales at this highs? What is your take in here, Jim? Yeah, I still want to see. I like the approach. I can see that these highs can be important. I like the left shoulders, I like all these highs in here as well. I like the supply in there as well. And I like the approach. For me, what I mentioned before is I'm looking for if this demand, especially in here, kind of gets taken. Yeah, I would even like to see this demand being taken before even reaching kind of the rectangle in there. Look for the sell, and then fake out this high. To use it, but just actually let's do a proper drawing in here. Yeah, kind of looking at this level. This one, I would love to see this one kind of being taken and kind of price respect a little bit and do something like this. Yeah, something like this happening in here. Maybe this then is going to become a really important demand zone. Yep, I would love something like this to happen. Yeah. Yeah, we are in this small range, right? We are in this small range. However, within this range, I can still see that this demand zone is kind of still fresh, and I would prefer to not just see these lows being taken, but I actually would like to see this demand itself being taken. So yeah, not just the lows, these ones, because I could see this actually can be a good entry in here. Below these lows, this is fresh. Maybe that can be enough to see it as an engulf down, and then kind of going up. But the level itself, I would actually prefer to see this demand being taken. Yeah, I think so. I literally just like to see demand being touched once. If it starts getting touched too many times, for sure I'm not going to be trading that demand. Yeah, I think it starts getting weaker and weaker as many times it touches, right? Like everyone else has learned the opposite, right? It's kind of starts seeing that maybe can work as a strong support level. I don't like it at all. Literally, I just don't like it. I even avoid to even start looking for trades if the demand is touched even more than once. Unless there is a KM zone in there, right? Unless there is a, what can I say? Unless this is the demand zone. Let's pretend that price moves away from here. Yeah, like what I would like to see is first of all a low that doesn't even touch it, and a new high. That I would love to see it. Now this demand for me becomes super strong. But for example, now we do react from the demand zone, and now 1 second, kind of react from the demand zone, and now you may create a new demand in there. Yeah, maybe in that scenario. Yeah, maybe in that scenario I could still see the reaction from here, but yeah, it's maybe a second reaction from the biggest demand, but in reality we are maybe now reacting from the demand of the new low in here. Something like this, maybe. Yeah. Unless there is a specific smaller demand underneath it, that can be a different story. Right? Maybe if let's pretend that the green one is 1 hour time frame, but now I go into the, I don't know, 15 or 5 minutes time frame, and I still see some demand in there. That's a different story. But yeah, it's not just as black and white. Yeah, and for example, one of the main things that I look at as well is if I do have a demand, I love to see the upper edge of the demand zone kind of being respected, with the other extreme being there. If this upper edge of the demand is respected, and if it breaks, now it's a complete mess, these drawings, and if it breaks the previous high, let's pretend that we had, geez, I need to delete some stuff in here. Let me just delete everything. A mess. Yeah, if you have something like this, a demand in there, and maybe have a smaller demand in here. Let's pretend that the orange is 1 hour and the other one is maybe 15 minutes. If price touches the demand in here at the upper edge, but we have some kind of important high in here. Yeah, and if this breaks, I really like to see then price going all the way back down and now reacting from this level and go higher. Yeah, if we don't break that high, I think there's a higher chance that we actually eventually just going to continue. Even if we, for example, now if we don't break that high, if price just stays here, let's pretend that I'm going to draw a green scenario. Price respects it, and there's still a chance that price can of course respect this 5 minutes demand, but maybe the only distance that it goes to is just to react from the previous levels of support, and this is everything that's going to occur, and then price just drops it without being, while on the bull scenario there's maybe the chance that actually price respects the extreme of this demand, but because we actually already broke structure on the left side, now actually there's a possibility of a bigger move in there instead of just respecting straight away the next structure and then this just continue. Yeah, if we don't break structure, maybe the only trade that's available in here just from here to here, and that's it, and you are free to go. If you have the expectation of looking for bigger targets, most likely you're going to get trapped in there. 14,600. Which level are we looking for? Yeah, no, I agree with you on that one. 14,600. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm looking for. Yep, that's the base of my rectangle. Yeah. Oh my god, I lost you guys. Do you find a demand that is almost touched many times? Maybe. Trading box, hello, Jesus, full house today. All right. It's a privilege, man. You guys prefer to watch my stream instead of watching the World Cup. That I don't even know who's playing now. But yeah, don't worry. DAX, I'm looking for. Yeah, I'm looking for that scenario. I'm looking for price maybe breaking. Maybe next week's going to be a good sell in here. Yeah, let's go back to where I was. Let's go back to where I was. It's a different one. Trading box is one that is creating all these tools that I use either to analyze the market or to open trades. One of the tools that I love the most is this one. That you just click on the line, and if you want to see where it reacts on the left side, just press break line, and there you go. And we are, where are we? I don't even know where we are. Ah, it's this one. Yep, we are here. Just this tool alone is amazing. It saves so much time. Yeah, Dovarian, I think it's done. Yeah. Next one, Euro Yen. Euro Yen, actually it was a great move after the fake out of this size. How the move to downside, how this looks compressed to me. Yeah, nice reaction from here. Yeah, that was actually a great move. There's maybe this kind of reaches his level. There's a potential to go a little bit farther down. The same way that there's a potential now to go a little bit higher, right? Because we took this this high, and kind of the final destination could be somewhere in here. This is a nice demand zone, can work quite nicely as a final target. We do need to break this level if you want to see price going lower. At this point, this is kind of final destination, and let's see if price goes up from here. If it breaks, there's a chance to then maybe fill again this space in here, and we'll see where it goes afterwards. Nice reaction from the extreme in here. Yeah, kind of wait and see until where it goes to. It's another good example of that fake out. Yeah, so nothing much actually. I still remember that I got stopped out with this week in here, yeah, and then kind of missed out the move. Do you remember that trade? We always remember those trades that we get faked out by 1 or 2 pips for prices to completely move to the outside. I got paid on my own system in there, which is great. Yeah, the reason is because there is a spike in here that already kind of created that fake out, and yeah, and I looked for the short after that, but these guys decided to create a new one just to take me out. Great. Aussie, what's going on in the Aussie? Yeah, Aussie, it's another one that I think I would like to see going a little bit higher. It's kind of respecting. It literally took the last supply level at the highs yesterday on Thursday, and we kind of broke this wall now. So I actually still see some levels in there that I'm going to be looking for, maybe some kind of sales still aligned with this level. I'm still going to be looking for that level. Meanwhile, I could see it going higher, because actually, like, I'll prefer it to see going and getting closer to somewhere in here, or eventually there, and even taking this high in here. So yeah, overall bigger picture, I want to see it going higher. Meanwhile, intraday, I could see some reactions from here and maybe going a little bit further down, maybe to all the way until here, before maybe continuing the move to the upside. So yeah, that's, I think, what I'm looking for in here. Yeah, because lower time frame, yeah, these highs never really react from there. We pause in here, we are creating all this range, creating new lows. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see next week what's going to happen. What else? Go away, Ethereum. Aussie, Jesus, I haven't looked at Aussie Yen for so long. Look at this nonsense of a move. For so long that is happening like this. It's a complete nonsense, so I don't even spend time looking at it. Dollar CAD. Yeah, let's look at dollar CAD. Press S to strained. Auto strain trending line. Yeah, I have that as well. Trend line is just press in here, make it flat. That's what it creates. It's going to make it all the way till there. If you press it somewhere in here, you can create an alert immediately, or no alert, whatever it may be. The guy has been creating these two amazingly. For rectangles, the same kind of stuff. Extend it or not extend it, or whatever it may be. Create alerts, not create alerts. He's doing a great job. Even to enter as well. Like for entry, it's just amazing. Yeah, but this one specifically that you can go back sometimes, for example, just to try to find out where the hell is this high reacting to, right? I'm always trying to look left, try to find that information. I just press in here, and here we are. We are reacting from this supply on the USD CAD, which is, it facilitates so much time. I wish TradingView had something like that, for example. Instead of having to scroll left, and it takes me ages to do that. What can I do here? CAD. Yeah. What's going on with CAD? CAD, I would like to see, since this was in here, I was looking a little bit farther below, towards to this level. Price decided to kind of pause in here during the last week's or 2 weeks ago CPI data on the CAD in Canada. nice reaction, price jumped away. Now it reversed from here. Again, I was looking for price to go a little bit higher. That never happened. Okay, yeah, nice reaction from here, but yes, we are kind of in between levels. I would like to see price going there, and on the other hand, I kind of still see, or would like to see price actually going below this wall. Everything else is kind of a little bit in between. For sure, there's maybe some opportunities on the lower time frame to look for, but extreme wise, first of all, I think I still see more downside for the CAD from the highs, even though actually price just reacted from this level. Yeah, maybe this one can be interesting as well. That kind of created all this move up. Yeah, let's see. I'm still looking a little bit higher. Yeah, your target. Yeah, you were long from the lows, right? You bought it from this level. What have I done? You bought it from this level, right? It was a great entry. It reached your final target. Good trade. Good trade, trading box. On which chance? What are you looking for? Poland just scored. If Poland wins, Argentina is in a big trouble, right? If they lose against, if they don't win against Mexico, they are in a big trouble. And even if Poland wins today, yeah, Argentina can be in big trouble. The same with Germany if they don't win against Spain. So you're looking at 3 4 3 4 4 traces. 3 4 3 4 3 4 3 4. In here, still within the, yeah, maybe. Somewhere in here, 3 4 3 4, somewhere in there. Yeah, maybe somewhere something inside here can be an option. I'm not a big fan where price kind of pause in here, so I would like to see it going a little bit lower. Is there anything in here within this this kind of change in here that you can look for? Maybe it's actually in alignment a little bit with what? With nothing. Yeah, let's see. Or a little bit higher. Yeah. Personally, then I would like to see price going a little bit higher, and there's maybe even something in here below these walls that price could still kind of react to, and maybe continue to go higher without the need to break these walls. Yeah. Yeah, this level in here, this is a nice zone. These walls never reacted from there. We just broke these highs. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, mid-trickle levels for you see at this point. Yeah, let's wait and see what's going to happen in there. Where are we? Dollar franc Swiss. Yeah, dollar franc Swiss. So we took these highs. Sorry, took this low into that demand zone that was in there. I could still see price going overall bigger picture. Even as I think I did this analysis one already. I may see this one already actually as an engulf down and price just reacting from the extreme of the level in a really strong move. And now we do have these left shoulders in there and something in here, which eventually we could see price maybe retracing all the way back to here before maybe continue to go down. This could be an option. If price breaks below this low, I may see all this almost as compression, maybe then there in there. And my favorite it will be in here. I really like this level. Eventually for price to go there, just below this low, I think this can be a really good zone to look for an entry. This is a daily level, so maybe even if it's just from here all the way until respecting this next level, we are talking about something, I don't know, it's yeah, okay, 80 pips, something like that, whatever. Or maybe there's going to be a chance to go maybe all the way until this new level of structure and maybe continue then the downside. I don't know. We will see how price eventually is going to get there. But yeah, it needs to break below this level and kind of enters into this compression level in here. So yeah, bigger picture, if this was a 15 minutes time frame chart, I would definitely be expecting for price to go all the way and even take this low, at least all the way until there. So bigger picture, that's what I see on the dollar franc Swiss. Yeah, this is actually a really nice zone in there. Nice reaction, massive reaction, to be honest. Yeah, keeping an eye on that level, keeping an eye on this level for any massive retrace there. Meanwhile, we are inside here and let's see what's going to happen next. Let's see what's going to happen next. This is taken. Yeah. So yeah, bigger picture, it's a little bit more clear for me. Lower time frame is try to fine tune maybe key levels. I still like this level in here that price didn't really reacted from. We have now maybe accumulation of this size. There's maybe still this level that is still fresh. So why not create? First of all, I would like maybe to see just one new low to give it a bit more importance. But why not create a new level of structure in here? Kind of respect the supply, just to then kind of spike it and continue to go down. Right? Why not doing this? That would be nice. Attract more people to sell it inside here and into that level in there. So that would be interesting to see. Let's see if that plays out like that. And if you do break a new low in here, it would even give more confirmation of maybe a move to downside. But we already broke this low as well, right? So it's a nice turn. Yeah, this is maybe what I'm looking for. And then, as I mentioned, we do have maybe these left shoulders in here and kind of this something in here that can also eventually be respected or be looking for some opportunities when price goes there. Yeah, whenever that happens. Yeah. All right, so that's that for our franc Swiss. Yeah, if you do create it something like this, I think there's still orders. Did this one taken? Or even a little bit above it. There's maybe some supply still in there to be taken. Make it hold, make it look like it's working, just to then kind of go there quite fast. Find the demand zone that kind of breaks that level, wait for that to be broken, and you can kind of start looking for the sales, almost in alignment with this high. That can be a good level in there. And yeah, that's that for dollar franc Swiss. I'm not even going to look at gold, and let's just finish with crypto. BTC. Yeah, this was a nice setup in here. It was kind of talked about. Good reaction from that high. Then we have literally this supply in here. We had this compression going on. So after the break of this one, just go there, just similar scenario, and then of course just draw the same line aligned with these left shoulders, and you can keep looking for the second entry. This is a nice setup. We didn't broke the low, therefore it's going to be tricky to again, another demand that is respected. This is a compression in here, but because we are not breaking lows, yeah, maybe be careful. Maybe price just wants to continue to go higher. This level in here is still interesting. Whenever price decides to go down, can be an interesting level. It will be even better if you do break, kind of have a clearing go up that shows that price wants to go higher before the move down, just to then go here, maybe take it. We have this left shoulder in there in alignment with that one, and then maybe to go higher in there, if that's what BTC wants to do. Bigger picture wise, I think we are still bearish, but for now, good reaction from here. So yeah, keep an eye. If you do break this demand, maybe price wants to go further down. And this is an example, actually. There you go, right? So just what I mentioned before, even though this kind of on the same time frame, just what I mentioned before in terms of the demand zones that I had, seeing the extreme being taken or not. And then maybe you have the other one in here. This is an example, right? So in this case, we have the base of this supply level being respected with the extreme. For sure, if I go into the 5 minutes, right? So on the 15 minutes, it looks like, or at least on 1 hour time frame, it looks like this rectangle is the full supply level. Just to see it kind of on the 30 minutes time frame. It's kind of the supply level. It's all this range. But if you actually then go to the 5 minutes or 15 minutes, you kind of see that we have indeed a new supply in here, right? Basically like this, and everything that is just in here, it looks like it was just a level of support level, but basically where price reacted. After that, kind of we managed to kind of break a little bit of lows in there, and now if we kind of extend it, that's where you see it now price reacting, right? So we have a kind of a supply within a supply level. So on the bigger picture, on the higher time frame, the supply at the base, it looks like then on 5 minutes, it looks like a support zone that becomes kind of resistance or something like that. So it looks like a highs that are built up that supply level. And on the 5 minutes, the real supply is actually still inside there, and you can see then our price reacts from there, right? So yeah, that's a nice one. Again, I think I would have preferred to see maybe this one being taken. That maybe could lead a little bit more room to the downside. But let's see how price is going to move from here. Maybe again, just as I mentioned, the only reaction that we had, it's either kind of from here to here or to the next demand zone that you find, and the price go higher. We'll see. But this is one of the scenarios where you can, that I like to see, right? If the base is taken and they could even manage to break at least the lows where it came from, then try to find out the smaller supply in there on the lower time frame, and that can still work. So yeah, there you go. When I see supplies or demand zones still working after being touched for the first time, it's a good example, to be honest. Yeah, so let's see what's going to happen in here. If we break this high, there's a potential to go a little bit higher. All of it kind of almost looks compressed on the way down. Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost. Ethereum, what's Ethereum doing? Oh, come on. Of course, it's going to take out these highs, right? That's kind of obvious. It's going to happen. There's no chance it's going to be respecting this size one more time. But keep trying, right? Keep attracting more sellers into here. For sure, many people are trying to still look for sales. Just keep attracting them until maybe you have that fake out, right? That's going to be. I would be super surprised if by Monday when you come back here, if you don't see this being faked out for the weekend, or at least next week. Nice compression. So this is the new key level in here to see if it takes this level or not. Again, a little bit similar to Bitcoin. Maybe this level in here, there's still something in there, even though in this case we actually have kind of a double low, and in scenario that actually price may wants to go somewhere or trace to these walls, I would actually prefer to see these walls being faked out. And again, Ethereum, we are still respecting. We haven't broken these walls since from the summer, and eventually, yeah, I like this. There's maybe a little bit of a demand in here below all this level, and there's maybe even something in here below all these walls. There's this level in here that can be interesting. 971 can be interesting. And of course, 1000, everyone's going to be looking at 1000 maybe as a key level of support. So why not take out that level into this level in here? This demand zone is still fresh. Somewhere in there. Okay. Because this level just touched the SR zone where the demand is fresh. So eventually in the future, I would love to see price faking out now all these lows and kind of going there, and then you are free to go up if you want to. Yeah, so Gold. Do you want to see gold? I haven't looked at gold for a while. What is gold? Yeah, gold retested this support resistance level in here. That's one of the levels that I looked at. Yeah, this is a key level, right? This high. We kind of respected this level. I would like to see price maybe going a little bit higher at this point. Kind of, we respected that level in there. Is this level still fresh in here? Which level are you looking for, Fredon? Yeah, maybe this 1772, maybe. Yeah, we had this compression and price filled all the way until this previous level. Is this still you? Is this your other YouTube account? I would like the highs to hold. Is it your twin? Who's this new Faden in here? I would like the highs to hold. All right. Yeah, it will be nice. Yeah, it will be nice to hold. I like this level in here. This I never really reacted from there. If this is your twin, you can subscribe as well with your new account. I think you can subscribe with every account that you have if you want to. Okay, just bear that in mind. Yeah, what I was going to say. Yeah, nice reaction from this demand. Is price going to continue to go higher? This was one of the supplies that was still fresh. Again, kind of breaking lows. Gold will be back. This is the demand zone. Now maybe price is ready to go up. This is still maybe demand. Price can still go to this. Yeah. Did we broke this line? This is something that I like to pay attention to when you have these massive moves up, right? So yeah, go try it again. It's kind of how you started the stream. Maybe it's going to be how you ended it, which is, yep, after a massive move up, which levels usually price may retrace to. Again, previous level support resistance or supply that was broken, and try to find anything that is alignment with that, right? So we have this level in here. Price didn't really broke that level. So there is no break in here. I believe so. Yeah, price stayed in there, so that maybe not an engulf down, at least on my broker. A nice reaction from there. This supply, it's maybe still fresh. This one maybe taken. In here and something in here. Yep, in alignment with this flow. It's your twin, man. It's a good sign when you start having some fake accounts, right? That's my goal for next year, when I start seeing some Pedro FS with an underscore and stuff, just to pretend that it's me, some bots going on. I'm still not successful until I get that. Yep. No. Yeah, I like kind of this level. Yeah, everything in here looks like it's almost been taken, and yeah, that's almost it. I'm not a big fan of this kind of how these size already aligned in there. I have to be honest, but yeah, this is one of the the fresh levels that maybe I could look at it. Just above this high, right? No, wrong thing. Yeah, somewhere in there maybe. Yeah, that was it. 1782. You're looking at the extremes in here. All right, let's analyze the. So I'm looking at the base, right? So it's kind of this is the base of it. So maybe some reaction. I would like to see some reaction from here first, and then yeah, let's just take a look at the extremes. That you are looking for. Okay, I think I see which level you are looking for. You're looking at these guys, right? Jesus, you are looking at the proper extreme. I don't even need to see it. I think this is the level 1782, right? Of course it is. Yep. Yep. I can see it, man. We need to start playing the game. You just say which high you are looking at, and now we're going to try to see if we are looking at the same thing. Yeah. Instead of you telling me straight away the line, the level immediately. I think maybe out of 10 times we are going to be in agreement with this one. Yeah, I do like it. Of course, I like that level in this in the war time frame. Now, in the bigger picture, maybe yeah, I do like it. Yeah, I like it. Yep, I like it. I like it. I like this one first, and then I like that one. Of course, the extreme is always more important. However, yeah, that level looks good. Yep, there you go, guys. Faden just gave us a beautiful level on the real Faden, not the other one. It gave us a good level on gold. Is that extreme? It looks like extreme to me, no? Are you looking even higher? $55 out of it. All the way back to 30s. Yeah, retesting the lows maybe. Yeah. Let's see how the approach goes there, right? As well. Yeah, extreme in the current range, as always. The extreme of the extreme, of course, it will be this 2060s something, right? And then even this extreme as well, right? Again, and that becomes a great exercise of defining every single extreme of every scale, and there you go. And you have entertainment for the rest of your Saturday if you want to go that path. 1769. 69. Nope. For me, I want to see this high being taken. If price goes here, yeah, I think I see where you are looking at. Is this level? Can be. I would just, yeah, I think personally, we do have a few highs in here that can be faked out. I think I will just wait to see. Yeah, I would like to see price just going straight away to 170, 72, 170, 71, something like that. This level. There's some reaction to be in there, maybe. I would just prefer to see there. I can see the level that you are mentioned somewhere in here. Yeah, maybe it works. Yeah, maybe I can actually like it, but I'm aware that this is the supply, right? And this high never reacted from there. At this point, yeah, this high kind of should have reacted from that level. It didn't, so maybe they're still fresh in here. We are just reacting from below this new zone. Yeah, maybe some reaction from there. Can see it, but I'll prefer the zone just above it, just to be safe. And then yeah, this one from Faden is the extreme of the extreme inside there. Which yeah, none of these highs took the order, so that's why I'm still liking it. Yeah, we can get the bounce for sure. Imagine that actually price kind of creates a range in here. Yeah, it could happen like this. Yeah, it could happen. Because in reality, this high in here reacted from the base of this level. So kind of it touches on, but yeah, I'm fully aware of this level is still in there. With all these lines. Yeah, we'll see. Yep. And there you go, guys. We told you 3 key levels to look for on gold. So next week when price kind of bounces between all those 3, don't tell me that you don't get value from this stream. Okay. Yeah, guys, that's basically it for me. I enjoy this one. It's always funnier when everyone is, or at least there's you guys are here to interact. It's always much funnier. So perfect. Yeah, I think that's going to be it. It's already 2 PM in here. I'm starving. Later on, there's not. How's the score now? Half time, Poland is winning. Australia won, so that's a good one. Yeah, if Poland wins and Argentina doesn't win, Argentina then needs to win against Poland. Yeah, it's going to be an open group until the last game. Going to be an open group. Yeah, interesting. All right, fair enough. Yeah, great. Thank you, guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Yeah, let's take advantage of this kind of last 3 weeks of trading for the year, because after that's going to be kind of Christmas and it slows down a little bit. Yeah, thank you, guys. Thank you for participating and for being here. Thanks a lot. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys next Tuesday. King Cobra. Thank you, Jim. Yeah, I'm going to be paying special attention for that DAX one. I usually don't really trade the indices, but I think the DAX can offer actually a great opportunity next week if you break those levels to the downside. Yeah, see you guys. Thank you very much. Obrigado.